Welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter the Master Hoppertan.
Jacob Lord Malt.
In the kitchen, inside, because it's raining now, so we thought we would do a beer for that type of weather. It's gonna be a collab beer by Stone, like Pizza Board Carlsbad, Green Flash and Stone. It's the Highway 78 Scotch Ale. It's been released for quite some time now. It was released this year, and I know already Stumpy Joe Jr., Ryan has reviewed it. I think also Chris did. And it's a Scotch Ale, so it should be pretty solid. It's on 8.8% alcohol by volume, so fairly big beer. A lot of info here on the back. And it just says something about you would expect a big hoppy beer from these guys, since they're in San Diego and usually makes IPAs, and then just something about that they are making a Scotch Ale instead. And then some thank you to the different brewers. I don't want to read it aloud because there's a lot of info, as all collab and Stone beers. It says, one thing I can say here, collaboration, a celebration of the community and culture of craft brewing. Let's get it cracked open here. Here it is. Wow, it's really clear.
Yeah.
It's actually really clear. It's filtered. There isn't any sediment in the bottom. What would you call the color on it?
I'd call it dark copperish, kind of with a red hue.
Yeah, some brownish notes. I get like a 2.5 finger almost hit on mine, but I put aggressively in. It's a tan kind of color. Let's check out the aroma on this.
Yes, that's it.
Malty beer. Yeah, that smells really malty.
Yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me a little bit of?
Nope.
Hvidøl.
Hvidøl. Oh, wheat beer.
No, hvidøl. Hvid beer.
Yeah.
Hvid beer is something completely different, but hvidøl, the Danish style.
Yeah.
Try some. Doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry.
What do you get?
A lot of caramel.
Yeah, big caramel notes. Slight amount of alcohol in there too. Some sugary kind of.
Yeah, brown sugarish kind of notes.
Smells like malt bomb. No trace of hops in this. I mean, I get some breadiness. Reminds me a little bit of rye.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't get any smoke or peated notes in here, as you do in some Scotch ales, which are like in Dirty Bastard.
I get a little smoked.
You do?
Burnt kind of. Maybe it's the roast.
Yeah, and lightly toasted malt too. Let's give it a taste.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, that's a malt beer.
Yeah,
that's a malt bomb. No hops to speak of in this. I actually expected a little too much, I think, of this beer because it's by such great brewers. Because it feels kind of weak in flavor, I think, compared to like Founder's Dirty Bastard, for example, which is also Scotch Ale, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. What would you call the body on it?
Medium.
Yeah, solid medium body too.
With it has a dry,
a slightly creamy mouthfeel too. I get a little bit of the alcohol in the back end, but other than that, you can't really taste it. A ton of malts, but not intensely complex. No. There is some complexity to it, but not as in some Scotch ales. The readiness, rye bread, intense caramel malt, the brown sugar. Pretty straightforward Scotch ale, actually. Yeah. I would actually recommend this for beginners to Scotch ale because it isn't too heavy. Malt-wise, because like as far as I remember, the Founder's Double Trouble was a huge malt bomb. This is also a malt bomb, but not as big. So if you're more into hoppy beers, this would be a nice transition, I think, into the more maltier ones. Yeah, it was made in 2011. Oh. Solid beer and drinkable. Could I drink a lot of it? No, because it's really malty, but definitely worth picking up in my opinion, and it's not that expensive. I think we paid 35 kronas, which is like
cheap in Denmark.
Yeah, $5-6. What grade would you give it?
Yes, I landed on 82. It's really drinkable. It's not phenomenal at all. It's
But it's really good.
It's really good. Yeah. It's drinkable. It's I don't know what to say else.
I was actually thinking 80, but yeah, I'm gonna give it an 80. I think 80 is a good grade. 80 is a pretty good beer. It's a good beer. I would like it to have a little more complexity on the malt and maybe a touch of smoke. That would have been nice. But still a really nice malty beer. Definitely worth checking out on like a cold, rainy day. So yeah, an 82 and an 82 from Jakob and 80 from me for the Stone. Green Flash, Pizza Port Carlsbad, and Stone Highway 78 Scotch Ale. Remember to let us know what you think of this brew if you've had it, and as always, remember to comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and we're gonna say cheers.
Cheers.
And we'll see you in another beer review.